(17) State versus Charles Hodges. Possession of methamphetamine with purpose to deliver. Drug paraphernalia. Who is your lawyer, sir?
I believe I filled out paperwork.
You did. I'm sorry. I was sort of a little behind. Judge, I do represent Mr. Hodges. This is also a very new case. We actually already have a plea offer in this matter, but we'll leave it as scheduled. It's scheduled for trial in August.
Very well. 17-101 State versus Caleb Waddell. Possession of controlled substances, marijuana, drug paraphernalia, simultaneous possession of drugs and firearms.
Judge, there are no pretrial motions in Caleb's case. He's in good contact with me, and I believe the case is progressing according to the scheduling order with regard to discovery. We'll leave it as scheduled. He'll be back in June.
Meeting with me on the 19th, right? Yep, okay. We'll see you then. Hey, Caleb, 1 second, check your hairline.
Very well. 17-97 State versus Bernard Dethridge. Possession of firearms for certain persons, controlled substances, paraphernalia. 1787 failure to register.
Your Honor, I don't think any of us knew this until yesterday, but Mr. Dethridge is incarcerated, and that reflects that on the docket. So I think there is a transport order for him to be here on the 29th.
Very well.
I think I have that.
Is he in the Arkansas Department?
He is, Judge.
I've got an order to authorizing his.
17-95 State versus Rabana Jones. Firearms for certain persons, drug paraphernalia, marijuana.
Oh, I did pay off my fines off.
Here for any pretrial motions.
None today, Your Honor. I've just been handed the file. We'll stay on the current scheduling order. If I need a continuance or to file some motions, I will let the court know, sir.
Very well, sir. Thank you. Derek Russian. Possession of controlled substances, morphine, drug paraphernalia, marijuana. 1789.
Judge, Mr. Russian appears here pursuant to the scheduling order. His plea deadline is in June. I have some information regarding prescriptions that I've previously provided to the state. Order is scheduled to resolve on the 29th.
Very well. 17-83 State versus Ashley Webster. Theft of property, damaging wires and fixtures of the power company. Ashley Webster.
Judge, I represent Ms. Webster. Just looking through my notes here, Your Honor. I had an office meeting with her on 4/24, and in that meeting, and pursuant to the order, I told her to be here.
This warrant shall issue bond forfeit, give notice to the surety. (17-81) State versus Randy Johnson. Drug paraphernalia.
Judge, there are no pretrial motions. Mr. Johnson called our office to make an appointment with me next week. However, he did apparently know about today's date.
This warrant shall issue bond forfeit, give notice to the surety. 17-79 State versus George Walden. possession of methamphetamine, hydrocodone, diazepam.
Your Honor, Mr. Walden is a private case. There is no action to take today. He is scheduled to reappear in front of you on June 29th.
Very well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. There he goes. 17-29, State versus Luke Patterson. Theft by receiving.
Judge, he failed to appear on February the 2nd this year. I think an alias warrant was issued. He was ordered to appear on February the 16th, when he didn't appear on February the 2nd. And then I don't know what's happened in that case since.
Did he appear on the 16th?
I don't see it in this, did he have another case? Seems like he does. I may be
Sorry,
wrong.
this was 2017-29.
No,
I'm sorry, Judge, what case are you?
I'm caught 17-29.
Okay, he does have another case, but it was in the 29 case of which I spoke. He has a breaking and entering, which was done in March. I can see the number on it.
This might not be correct, but it says he appeared on February 16th.
On 16th, okay.
But he's not here today.
That's correct.
I'd ask for
Alias
an-
warrant shall issue bond forfeit with notice to surety. Nathan McDonough, 17-25, drug paraphernalia, theft.
Your Honor, we're here for pretrial today. There's no action to be taken. Defendant has mentioned there may be a surveillance video. I will get with the prosecution on trying to obtain that if there is one.
Very well.
Thank you, sir.
16-359, State versus Brent Cullum.
Mr. Collum appears here today. I spoke with him this morning. He graduated from John 3:16 last week.
2 weeks.
2 weeks ago. So I think that we will have a resolution of this matter by the June 29th plea deadline that we have set in the previous order.
Very well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
15-379, Elizabeth Powell. Theft, possession of controlled substances.
Your Honor,
No mention.
she's been a fugitive, I think, for some time. Our office has no contact with her.
She's been a fugitive since March.
Yes.
I'm right here.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've been here.
All right. Okay.
I'm sorry. Yes. Judge, I believe there was a FTA issued in this matter when Ms. Howell was in a rehabilitation facility. She's obviously here before the court today. We would ask that the court allow her to stay on her original bond and reschedule the matter. Don't know when the arrest date was, but we would waive any time, of course.
Judge, we arrested her back in, well, this occurred back in December of 2015. We have actually issued failure to appears for this lady in March, April, and May. If she's been in a rehab, I'd like some proof of that. Otherwise, I'd like her arrested I'd like the alias warrant served on her and the lady arrested.
Where were you in a rehab at?
I went into Teen Challenge on February the 8th, and then just this year I was in Dorcas House, and when I found out I had the warrant, that's when I wanted to come and make sure that y'all didn't think I was trying to abscond or not be accountable. I really like to get the matter moving and get it handled. It's just really been, the rehab was difficult, and this, I feel like I should have come and taken care of this first before I tried to do something like that, because it's been really difficult since I left. But I'm at the mercy of the court on that. I'm currently living with my sister. She lives in North Little Rock. And, you know, it's a safe place for me to stay and for me to be able to get back and forth here. I do have transportation also. But I'm just really ready to just get things taken care of and start to try to move on from all this.
Judge, I might be able to speak with Ms. Howell and come to a resolution in this matter today. The state's made a plea offer that I'll discuss with her that she might be interested in accepting, and that would preclude the necessity of looking into this FTA issue any further, I would imagine.
Your Honor, what the state would be interested in is the exact dates that this lady was in rehab and what institution she was in rehab and what phone numbers that we can call to confirm that.
I can
It's
get
gonna
that.
make a difference because she's been gone quite a while.
There's already been a judgment on the bond.
Yeah,
Oh,
Judge, this lady has actually absconded from this court for better than 15 months. Our first failure to appear was in this case was in March
That was not my
2016.
intention.
This was set aside. Well, has she got a bond?
No.
Guess she'd have to make a bond.
I guess so, if there's a judgment on the original bond.
It was set aside, but I doubt that the bonding company will stick with it.
Right.
Dan Brown was my bondsman, and I faxed him every 2 weeks my proof of residency from the Dorcas house, so he has that paperwork. He also should have the paperwork from Teen Challenge as well.
Judge, if we could just set this file aside, First Arkansas is here, we can talk to them, and Mr. Chisholm can find out what the information they have.
We'll
about
recall the
installment.
case.
Thank you.
Probation on the theft charge. If you want to have a seat, I'll let you read over it.
15-280, State versus Quentin Glover, drug paraphernalia. Set for hearing today.
Your Honor, can we pass this for the time being, and I'll visit with his probation officer, and then I'll visit with Mr. Glover.
We'll recall the case. Fifteen 220, Jacob Steele, forgery, theft. I've appointed the public defender's office to represent you.
Judge, we'll enter a plea of not true on this behalf.
That's what I got to do.
Matter be set for hearing on June 22nd at 9:30. We will play it not true.
That's what he's telling me. If you can get that paid before then.
I already paid that.
You did?
Yeah,
Good
paid my
deal.
bond in full.
When?
Yesterday, day before yesterday. It's already paid.
Hey, Carrie, that might have been paid already.
It was paid yet. It was paid 2 days ago. The whole $800. Got the receipt right here.
But they said it was not appearing now.
Oh, okay. I think that they've discussed the,
2010-303, Lisa Peters, theft of leased property.
Hey, how are you? Good, how
for hearing today.
Judge, I've spoken with probation. She's doing well.
We just want to continue that for about 90 days, and let it keep them good, and we'll all cross it.
At this point in time, would like to have her back in 3 months, just to make sure things are still going well, and this matter will be non-processed at that time, because I'm sure she'll do right.
Yeah, I've been paying my fines.
We'll waive the requirement for a hearing, of course, Your Honor.
August 24th,
Okay,
10 o'clock.
thank you.
Is there anyone else here for criminal court whose name I haven't called? What is your name, ma'am?
Chastity Miller.
Kathy Miller?
Chastity Miller.
Chastity Miller?
We're gonna recall that. It's in the recall statute.
Okay.
Judge, we had just said we were going to try to call her, and I bet her phone was turned off, so there's no action to take today, Judge. It has been scheduled out. There's a plea deadline in July, and Chastity has, like I said before, been calling me, and we're moving forward appropriately.
It's a drug case. Very well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's your name, ma'am?
Linda Woodruff, sir. I was supposed to be in court last Thursday, and I didn't realize that. It was a bond, and it was retracted the bond, and I'm supposed to be here today, so Mark Cooper is not showing.
You know anything about this?
We can find it at the break, Your Honor. I don't have her file in front of me.
We'll check into your case at the bank. What was your last name?
Woodruff, Woodruff.
Judge, we do represent her. She called after court last time you were here, after you had already
What's
left.
the case
We
number?
told her to appear here today,
I got a
Judge.
case number.
16-362.
16362.
Was she on Judge Webb's docket?
No, it looks like she was well, nope, you're right, she was. She has a trial in, or pre-trial May 18th. She did have man, this month is moving so fast. Plea rejection date of June 22 in Division 4.
Was there an alias issue?
There was, Your Honor.
You might contact Judge Webb's office
Okay.
if he wants to lift it.
It was lifted.
It was.
Yes, I would.
Great,
I'll
okay.
take care of it.
Okay, so June 22nd then, okay.
Take a 15-minute break.
All right.